Welcome to this fascinating journey into the world of one of the most iconic coins ever struck in American history, the 1916 Mercury Dime. In this video, we'll uncover its mysterious origins, its breathtaking beauty, and the incredible story behind how this small piece of silver became one of the most valuable and desired coins among collectors. Whether you're a coin enthusiast, a history lover, or just curious about treasures hiding in plain sight, stay with us till the end. Because the 1916 Mercury Dime is not just a coin, it's a piece of America's soul. Top 4 first up. The 1916 Mercury Dime, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head Dime, is one of the most iconic and beloved coins in the history of the United States Mint. Although collectors call it the Mercury Dime, its design does not actually feature the Roman god Mercury. Instead, it portrays Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap, symbolizing freedom of thought. The coin was first struck in 1916, replacing the long-running barber dime design that had been in circulation since 1892. The early 1900s marked a major shift in American coin design. President Theodore Roosevelt had initiated a campaign to beautify U.S. coinage, leading to the introduction of new artistic designs. The Mercury Dime emerged as part of this artistic renaissance. The barber dime, designed by Charles E. Barber, was seen as dull and uninspiring. The U.S. Mint therefore held a design competition to find a more beautiful and symbolic replacement. The winning design came from Adolph A. Weinman, a renowned sculptor and coin designer. Weinman was already known for his exceptional artistic ability, having also designed the Walking Liberty half dollar, which later inspired the American silver eagle bullion coin. His concept of the dime captured the spirit of freedom and progress, ideals deeply cherished in the early 20th century America. Weinman's obverse design featured the head of Liberty facing left, adorned with a wing cap. This was meant to represent liberty of thought. However, many mistook the image for the Roman god Mercury, who was also depicted wearing a winged helmet. The name Mercury Dime caught on quickly and has remained a common name ever since. Despite its inaccuracy, the reverse of the Mercury Dime was equally symbolic. It depicted a fasces, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, representing unity and strength, combined with an olive branch symbolizing peace. Together, these symbols communicated a message that America sought peace but was prepared to defend it. This blend of strength and serenity made the Mercury Dime a masterpiece of symbolism. The first Mercury Dimes were struck in 1916 at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia Mint produced a majority of them, but the Denver Mint's output was extremely limited. Only 264,000 dimes were minted at Denver in 1916, making the 1916 D Mercury Dime one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in all of U.S. coinage. Because of this low mintage, the 1916 D Mercury Dime quickly became a key date for collectors. It was not widely distributed, and many people at the time did not even realize it existed. Over the years, most of the 1916 D dimes that entered circulation were worn down, leaving very few in high grades today. This rarity has made it a crown jewel in Mercury Dime collections. In contrast, the 1916 Philadelphia and San Francisco issues were far more common, with millions produced. These coins circulated widely throughout the United States and introduced the public to the new Mercury design. Even though the Denver mintage was rare, the overall success of the Mercury Dime ensured that the design would continue for nearly 3 decades. The Mercury Dime was minted from 1916 to 1945, spanning both World Wars and the Great Depression. During this period, the coin witnessed the transformation of the United States from a developing industrial power to a global superpower. Throughout these turbulent decades, the dime remained a symbol of resilience, liberty, and American identity. The craftsmanship of the Mercury Dime was exceptional for its time. Weinman's attention to detail and his artistic training allowed him to produce a design that combined classical beauty with modern meaning. The relief of Liberty's portrait and the intricacy of the fasces on the reverse made it one of the most visually stunning coins ever minted in the U.S. In terms of composition, the 1916 Mercury Dime was made of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 2.5 grams. Its silver content gave it intrinsic value beyond its face denomination. During times of economic hardship or inflation, these silver dimes were often hoarded for their metal worth, further reducing the number that survived in circulation. The 1916 Mercury Dime's rarity has unfortunately led to widespread counterfeiting. Many fake coins have appeared over the decades, especially altered 1916 Philadelphia dimes with a fake D mint mark added. Authenticating a genuine 1916 D requires careful examination of the mint mark's shape, position, and texture under magnification, often by professional grading services. Collectors today highly prize the 1916 Mercury Dime for both its beauty and its historical importance. A well-preserved 1916 D example can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, while uncirculated or mint-condition specimens can sell for over $100,000, depending on the grade. Even circulated examples remain valuable and cherished by numismatists around the world. Over the decades, the Mercury Dime has also become a cultural icon. Its design was considered so elegant that it was revived in 2016, exactly 100 years after the original issue. The U.S. Mint released a special 2016 Centennial Gold edition of the Mercury Dime to celebrate its legacy, paying tribute to Weinmann's timeless artistry. The Mercury Dime's enduring appeal lies in its combination of artistic excellence, symbolism, and historical depth. It captures a unique moment in America's evolution, an era of innovation, freedom, and national pride. For many collectors, it represents more than just silver. It represents a tangible connection to the American dream. From a numismatic perspective, the 1916 Mercury Dime marks the beginning of a golden age in U.S. coin design. It influenced later coinage art and set a new standard for creativity in American minting. Even a century later, the intricate lines and balance of its design continue to inspire modern coin artists and designers. In conclusion, the 1916 Mercury Dime stands as one of the most historically and artistically significant coins ever minted in the United States. Its creation marked a rebirth in American coinage art. Its design captured the spirit of liberty, and its rarity made a legend among collectors. Whether admired for its beauty, symbolism, or value, the 1916 Mercury Dime remains a shining symbol of America's artistic and historical heritage. Next up, the 1917 Mercury Dime stands as a brilliant symbol of American artistry and patriotism from the early 20th century. Struck more than a century ago, this coin is not just a piece of silver. It's a gateway into the nation's rich past, filled with war, economic change, and timeless design. The 1917 Mercury Dime, especially those with the W mint mark, captivates collectors and historians alike for its beauty, scarcity, and value in today's numismatic market. The 1917 Mercury Dime was part of a series introduced in 1916, designed by sculptor Adolf A. Weinmann, who was also responsible for the iconic Walking Liberty half-dollar. The coin replaced the Barber dime, which had been in circulation since 1892. Weinmann's goal was to bring elegance and symbolism to America's small silver coin, and he succeeded beyond measure. His design reflected the youthful spirit of liberty, hope, and freedom that defined America at the dawn of the 20th century. The obverse of the Mercury Dime features a stunning image of liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought. Many people mistakenly believed it was a Roman god Mercury, hence the coin's popular nickname, Mercury Dime. However, Weinmann intended it to represent liberty herself, youthful, free, and intelligent. This small misunderstanding has since become one of the most beloved nicknames in U.S. coin history. On the reverse, the design showcases a fasces, a bundle of rods tied around an axe, representing strength and unity, combined with an olive branch symbolizing peace. This powerful combination of imagery reflected the country's readiness to defend freedom while pursuing harmony and justice. During 1917, with World War I raging, this design carried an even deeper patriotic meaning. The 1917 Mercury Dime was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. However, the coin is sometimes confused with a W mint mark due to worn or misstruck Denver or San Francisco marks. The United States Mint never issued a W mark on Mercury Dimes during that period. The W seen on the coin's obverse is actually the designer's initial, Adolph Weinman, placed at the right of Liberty's neck. Many new collectors mistake this W for a mint mark, adding an extra layer of curiosity to the coin story. The coin was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter. Because of its silver content, many Mercury Dimes were melted down over the years, especially when silver prices surged, making surviving examples increasingly scarce in higher grades. In 1917, over 55 million Mercury Dimes were produced across all three mints. The Philadelphia Mint struck the majority, while Denver and San Francisco contributed smaller quantities. Collectors today seek these coins in well-preserved condition, as those with full split bands on the fasces are particularly valuable due to their sharp detail and careful striking. The full bands FB designation is a crucial factor in determining the value of a Mercury Dime. When the bands on the reverse fasces are clearly separated, it indicates a strong, precise strike, a mark of exceptional quality. Coins with this detail can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and rarity. The 1917 Mercury Dime circulated widely in America during a time of great change. The United States was entering World War I, and people carried these dimes daily as part of their lives, to buy bread, milk, or newspapers. Each coin passed through countless hands, witnessing a nation preparing for a global conflict and transformation. After the war, the Mercury Dime became a symbol of American resilience. Its elegant design and durable metal allowed it to remain in circulation well into the 1940s and early 1950s. Even after production ended in 1945, these coins were cherished by those who remembered their beauty and historical significance. For coin collectors, the 1917 Mercury Dime offers a unique glimpse into early 20th century minting artistry. The fine details of Liberty's face, the delicate wings of her cap, and the carefully balanced symbolism on the reverse reveal the incredible craftsmanship of Weinman's design, one of the finest in U.S. coinage history. Over the decades, the coin's popularity has only grown. Collectors around the world compete for pristine examples, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional services like PTGS or NGC. These coins shine with their original luster, reflecting the beauty of a bygone era. A 1917 Mercury Dime in average circulated condition may be worth only a few dollars, but high-grade examples, particularly with full bands, can command prices from $200 to over $2,000. Rare proof-like strikes or coins with stunning toning have sold for even more at major auctions. Many collectors are drawn to W initial, mistakenly believing it indicates a rare West Point Mint issue. This misunderstanding often leads people to treasure their 1917 Mercury Dime as a unique piece. While the W stand for Weinman, not a mint, the fascination around it adds charm and mystique to this historic coin. The coin also plays a symbolic role in American culture. Its blend of classical beauty and modern symbolism reminds us of the ideals the country stood for: liberty, peace, and unity. Even after a century, those values still resonate every time a Mercury Dime is admired. Over time, many of these dimes have been lost, melted, or worn smooth from use, but surviving examples remain a powerful connection to America's past. Each 1917 Mercury Dime carries stories of the people who once held it: soldiers, factory workers, mothers, and children living through a defining moment in history. Today, numismatists and investors alike treasure the 1917 Mercury Dime, not only for its silver, but for its legacy. It stands as a testament to the artistry and ideals of an era long gone, but never forgotten. Every detail of the coin tells a story, from Liberty's wings to the olive branch of peace. In conclusion, the 1917 Mercury Dime, with its mysterious W, elegant design, and deep historical roots, remains one of the most cherished U.S. coins ever made. Whether you own one or simply admire it from afar, it embodies the spirit of American freedom and creativity. Holding a 1917 Mercury Dime is like holding a piece of living history, a silver whisper from the past that continues to inspire collectors and dreamers around the world. Next up, the 1931 Mercury Dime is one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins in U.S. numismatic history, representing beauty, rarity, and the charm of early 20th century coinage. Minted during the heart of the Great Depression, the Mercury Dime of 1931 is a symbol of resilience in American history. The W Mint mark, though extremely rare and debated among collectors, is believed to refer to a limited number of test strikes or special issues associated with the West Point facility, which was not an official mint at that time but often stored precious metals and occasionally assisted with coinage experiments. Designed by the talented sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the coin's obverse features the iconic image of Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse side shows a fasces, the ancient Roman symbol of unity and strength, entwined with an olive branch to represent peace. The year 1931 was particularly difficult for the U.S. Mint because of low economic activity and reduced demand for coinage. As a result, very few dimes were struck that year, making the 1931 Mercury Dime especially scarce. Most were produced at the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints, and if any experimental pieces with a W mark were made, they would have been extremely limited, possibly just a handful for internal testing. This scarcity has fueled countless stories among collectors, many believing that a genuine 1931 W Mercury Dime could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on condition and authenticity. Over time, the coin became a legend, often compared to the 1916 D Mercury Dime for its rarity and desirability. Collectors are drawn not only by its rarity but also by its artistic excellence. The graceful profile of Liberty, the fine details of the fasces, and the deep symbolism make this coin a masterpiece of American art. Each surviving example tells the story of an era when the U.S. Mint faced economic turmoil, yet continued to produce designs of hope and beauty. Even circulated examples show the wear of time, giving them an antique charm that adds to their collectible value. Throughout the decades, numismatists have debated whether any authentic 1931 W Mercury Dimes were officially released into circulation, or if they exist only as prototypes. While no confirmed examples have appeared in major auctions, reports of private collections containing specimens with a W mint mark have circulated within numismatic circles, often leading to speculation and excitement. If such a coin were ever to surface and be authenticated by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, it will become one of the most valuable dimes in U.S. history. Today, the legend of the 1931 W Mercury Dime continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. It serves as a reminder that coins are more than currency. They are miniature works of art and windows into the past. Whether or not the 1931 W issue truly exists in official records, the story surrounding it has secured its place in American coin lore forever. Its historical significance, combined with its rumored rarity, has made it one of the most sought-after dimes ever imagined by coin enthusiasts. From design brilliance to economic struggle, from myth to treasure, the 1931 W Mercury Dime remains a captivating symbol of America's enduring spirit and creativity in the face of hardship. Anyone lucky enough to possess such a coin, real or rumored, holds not just a piece of silver, but a fragment of American history that continues to shine brighter with every passing year. Next up, the 1941 W Mercury Dime is one of the most captivating and debated coins in the history of U.S. coinage, known for its artistic design, rumor rarity, and deep connection to the American spirit during the early years of World War II. Though the official U.S. Mint records show production from Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S, the existence of a 1941 dime bearing a W mint mark has become a fascinating subject of legend among collectors. The W is believed by many to represent the West Point Mint, which in those years was primarily a bullion depository rather than an official minting facility. Some numismatists believe a few experimental or pattern pieces may have been struck there, possibly for testing purposes or presentation, giving birth to the myth of the 1941 W Mercury Dime. The Mercury Dime, designed by Adolph A. Weinman in 1916, stands as one of the most beautiful coins ever produced by the United States. The obverse features Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, a symbol of freedom of thought and expression, while the reverse side depicts a fasces bound with an olive branch, representing both strength and peace. This artistic blend of ideals gave the dime its lasting name, the Mercury Dime, even though it does not portray the Roman god Mercury. By 1941, the United States was preparing to enter the Second World War, and the design took on new meaning, symbolizing hope, courage, and national unity during uncertain times. In 1941, production of dimes increased dramatically compared to the Depression-era years. Millions were minted, but the rare alleged 1941 W dime stands apart, surrounded by mystery and myth. Collectors and historians have debated its authenticity for decades, as no officially recognized record exists confirming a W mint mark for that year. Some speculate these dimes were special strikes or presentation coins, created under experimental conditions and never officially released into circulation. If genuine specimens exist, they would be considered among the most valuable Mercury dimes ever discovered, potentially worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or even more in pristine condition. The 1941 Mercury Dime series as a whole is beloved by collectors for its fine craftsmanship, historical symbolism, and strong silver content, 90% silver and 10% copper. Many examples from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints survive today in excellent condition, making them a favorite starting point for new numismatists. However, the mention of a W mint mark version adds an element of adventure to the series, igniting the imagination of treasure hunters across the world who dream of finding one in an old collection, drawer, or forgotten box of coins. Stories about the 1941 W Mercury Dime often arise from misinterpretations or altered coins, where marks resembling a W have been found under magnification, sometimes from where scratches or die cracks. Nevertheless, the legend persists because of the possibility that a few authentic experimental strikes could have been produced at the West Point facility decades before it officially became a mint in 1988. Such possibilities keep collectors' hopes alive and contribute to the continuing fascination with the Mercury Dime series. Collectors admire the 1941 dimes for their brilliant luster, sharp details, and timeless symbolism. The Liberty portrait radiates with youthful energy, and the wings on her cap convey intelligence and progress. Meanwhile, the fasces on the reverse represents America's resolve during turbulent times, embodying unity and readiness for peace through strength. This balance of beauty and meaning makes the Mercury Dime one of the finest works of coin artistry in the U.S. In terms of historical context, 1941 was a turning point for America. The economy was emerging from the Great Depression, and the nation was shifting its focus toward global conflict. The dime, a small yet symbolic piece of silver, circulated in the hands of citizens who faced war, sacrifice, and hope. Every Mercury Dime from that year carries that story of an America preparing to defend liberty across the world. The alleged W mint mark variation simply adds another layer of intrigue to this already remarkable period. Over the years, coin grading services like PCS and NGC have received many submissions from collectors claiming to have a 1941 W dime, but none have been officially verified as authentic by these authorities. This absence of confirmation has not diminished the allure. Instead, it has made the mystery even more powerful. Some believe that a genuine piece may still exist in a private collection, waiting to be rediscovered, authenticated, and celebrated as one of the most important finds in numismatic history. Collectors who study the Mercury Dime series understand that its appeal goes far beyond financial value. It represents a connection to America's past, to artistry, and to the ideals of liberty and unity. The 1941 W dime, whether mythical or real, stands as a symbol of the human fascination with discovery and rarity. It keeps the spirit of coin collecting alive, an endless search for hidden treasures and forgotten stories buried in time. Even though official mint documentation does not list a 1941 W issue, rumors of a pattern strike or secret test minting continue to circulate among experienced numismatists. If one ever surfaced, it would likely become one of the most expensive dimes ever sold at auction, surpassing even the famed 1916D or 1942-41 overdate varieties. The anticipation of such a discovery drives collectors to examine every old dime with renewed excitement. From design beauty to mystery, from wartime symbolism to modern fascination, the 1941 W Mercury Dime remains a shining legend in U.S. coin history. It teaches us that every coin has a story, sometimes real, sometimes imagined, but always powerful enough to capture hearts for generations. Whether existing as fact or fable, it continues to inspire dreams of discovery, reminding collectors that sometimes the greatest treasures are those that keep us searching.